Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It is your boy Noah Jones, and welcome to Today in Hip Hop, episode number 34. Yo, the shit has hit the fan, ladies and gentlemen. There's been some crazy developments going on in the hip hop community. I gotta talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta talk about it. Now, before I do, I'm gonna give you a chance in a moment to hit the like button and to subscribe. Make sure you have the bell notification ringing so you can get all of my updates. I'll give you a second to do that right now. All right, now, as you guys may know, the video version of this podcast show is exclusive to NoahJonesNews.com. So if you want to see the video version, this is where you go to see it. The audio version can be found on Spotify, Spreaker, and my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/NoahJones714. Make sure you like and you subscribe to get all the notifications. Make sure the bell icon is ringing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. Help your boy out. Now, we got some news about Young Dolph. We got some news about Yella Beezy. And we got an update on the baby who's having baby mama drama. It's been a sad day, ladies and gentlemen. Young Dolph has been shot and killed today. It's, oh my God. There have been too many examples of artists who become successful and they get shot and killed in their hometown, where they're from and where they're most celebrated. This is a big issue in the hip-hop community. I believe Boosie spoke on this. If you guys remember, Nipsey Hussle was also a victim of this situation, where he died right in the area where he basically grew up. I don't know, man. These artists don't understand that the streets and the hood does not love you. There is no love out there. You're amongst a whole bunch of people that are jealous of your success, people that you have grown up with, people that wish that they didn't give up on their dreams and watched you from afar and lived vicariously through you and ended up being the main ones to cause this gentleman to lose his life. So let's get into it. Memphis rapper Young Dolph was shot and killed Wednesday in his hometown after an alleged shootout. The shootout happened outside of Makita's Cookies in Memphis. Bystanders captured the aftermath of the shooting and showed the strip mall surrounded by police and yellow tape. One of the men filming the scene confirmed that it was Young Dolph who was fatally wounded. And I quote, "Bruh, they done killed Young Dolph, bro. What the fuck? Ain't no way these folks done killed Dolph," the man said. Ain't no way these folks just came and ran down on Dolph. Another bystander pointed out the sports car parked at the strip mall and said the rapper was the only in the city with that car. He was the only person in the city with that car. The sports car had a camouflage paint job, which has been a common theme with Young Dolph's cars. So not only is he a celebrity in his hood, his vehicles fit a certain description to where when people see it, they automatically know that he's outside, that he's on point, that he's in the area. It's basically shining a target and a bullseye on you. As soon as you walk out the house, you're hopping in the car. You're not even, like, when people say things like you got to learn how to move, this is what they're talking about. They're talking about going from point A to point B incognito, not always being the center of attention and not always drawing attention to yourself, being able to move silently, quietly, get to where you need to get to your destination safe and sound. You know, you don't want to be the loudest one in the room. You don't want to be the loudest person driving the loudest vehicle. You know, his vehicles all had a camouflage theme. It was synonymous with Young Dolph. If you recall, if you're a Young Dolph fan or you're familiar with some of his history, he also got shot at like 100 times. And he did like a mixtape. And the mixtape titles all had something to do with the shooting. You know what I mean? When you're living that lifestyle and you're in the street culture like that, you want to get out of the environment. You do not want to go back because people are lining up to get you. And the streets don't forget. The streets do not forget, ladies and gentlemen. There will be people that are nowhere near as successful as you that will hold a grudge for 20 and 30 years and will blame you for their lack of success. And they will blame you for their lack of ambition and their lack of drive and their lack of motivation. It's crazy. Like, I just don't understand it. I don't know why these artists can't learn from example. You know what I mean? They can't learn from example. There's plenty of people that they even know themselves that have died. You know, the bystander that was filming the scene, he claimed Young Dolph was shooting back at his attackers, but no official reports have confirmed who was all involved. Young Dolph was only 36 years old at the time of his passing. Dude was still a young kid. 36. 36 years old. He wasn't even able to really enjoy life. He probably didn't even have gray hairs or nothing yet. 36. That's a shame. That's a shame. So, according to reports, politicians call for a citywide curfew in Memphis amid Young Dolph's murder. So his murder has so many people on edge that the mayor introduced a curfew to keep people inside, to keep people safe, because he or she, I don't know if the mayor is male or female, but they're worried about retaliation. They don't want people to retaliate due to this whole situation of Young Dolph being murdered. So, the tragic death of Memphis rapper Young Dolph has been dominating the news cycle all afternoon into the evening. A new development hitting the news mill is city officials are considering implementing a curfew in the wake of Dolph's murder. City Councilman J.B. Smiley and Tennessee State Representative London Lamar have been two of the more vocal proponents of a curfew. Today, we lost a very talented Memphian and star known all across this country, Smiley reportedly wrote in a statement. I'm hopeful that the city of Memphis will implement a curfew to preserve the safety of all its citizens. State Rep London Lamar followed by tweeting, "Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate you speaking out. Let's also add a citywide curfew tonight. My fear is that many people are hurting and the violence will continue." Man, now, if you also remember, Young Dolph had a brief beefing, as you would call it, with Yo Gotti and Black Youngster. Now, these gentlemen all are from and live in the Memphis area, the greater Memphis area. So, when shit goes down, I'm pretty sure they're all privy to what the hell is going on. So it's like they're in the same area. It's not but so big, the area that these guys are all from. Now, it says police in Memphis are preparing for retaliatory crimes following Young Dolph's fatal shooting earlier Wednesday. Law enforcement has already shut down and surrounded the strip mall where one of Dolph's rap rivals' restaurants is located. After reports confirmed Young Dolph's death, social media rumors claimed Yo Gotti's restaurant, Preve, was shot up, as well as Black Youngster's grandma's house. The rumors were proved to be false, but the police have still decided to guard Preve, or Prive, however you say it, until tensions calm. Young Dolph was gunned down outside of a Miami cookie store about 10 miles away from Yo Gotti's restaurant. Young Dolph previously engaged in a rap beef with Yo Gotti and Black Youngster. One witness claimed Dolph was at the store when a vehicle pulled up and shot at the rapper. Scott Hall, Young Dolph's lawyer and friend, claimed the rapper stopped at the cookie store before a scheduled appearance to hand out turkeys. The identity of Young Dolph's killer is currently unknown, and there have been no reports tying Yo Gotti or Black Youngster to the incident. Dolph was 36 at the time of his death and is survived by 2 children. So he also was in town to do some good for Thanksgiving, to hand out turkeys. And now his kids won't even be able to be around their father for the holidays. This is tragic. This is tragic. Too many deaths. You had Mo 3. You had FBG Duck. You have Young Dolph. You have King Von. Excuse me. All of these people viciously lost their lives because they can't elude and escape the street life that they were raised in. And we don't know if these gentlemen have had people in their corner saying, hey, you need to get out of this lifestyle. We don't know if the record labels have insurance policies on these artists, so that way when they die, because when these artists die, they streaming goes through the roof, ladies and gentlemen. The streaming revenue goes through the roof. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of these record labels have life insurance policies on these artists and may even have a hand in inflicting harm on some of these artists. Because if an artist's music ain't selling and they're about to get maybe, I don't know, kicked off their contract or let go off their contract, that would be a crazy, crazy hustle to get them knocked off, and then the streaming rates go through the roof before you decide to finally let the artist go from your record label. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what happened, but that's an interesting idea. And as we all know, a lot of these artists, they don't have wills set up. They don't have living trusts set up. They don't have life insurance. A lot of these artists are completely broke, and they're living a facade, and they're driving cars and things that are rented and gifted by the record labels. And you know what the newest hustle is? I'm independent, but really you're signed to a label on the back end, but you're claiming you're independent, so that way people fuck with you harder. That's like the new hustle. Like, oh, let's get everybody thinking I did all this by myself, that I wasn't offered a handout. You know what I'm saying? So it's just too much violence, too much death, too much destruction, ladies and gentlemen. We as a culture have to do something about this, because we're losing some of our artists at a record rate. And this is the only genre that it happens to. Now, remember, rock and roll, things like that, they would lose most of their celebrities due to drug overdoses and suicide. Not murder, you know what I mean? Not their own people killing them. And a lot of times it'd be other rappers killing other rappers. It'd be up-and-coming rappers that just never got their shot that kill off an established rapper. Can't beat them, kill them, I guess. I guess that's the fucking mentality that these motherfuckers be having. So rest in peace to Young Dolph. I want to send a special shout out to his family. I'm not a Young Dolph fan, but I do know that his music perpetuated the same exact way that he died. Live by the gun, die by the gun. Rap about the gun, die by the gun. Same situation, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not speaking positivity into your music, and you're not speaking positivity, and you're a hood nigga and you can't get the hood out of your system, chances are there's only 2 places you're gonna end up, and that's dead or in jail. You're sure not gonna end up rich, because they're gonna take it all from you. The haters will succeed in that, and that's for damn sure. They'll fuck around and make sure you don't have shit. Or they'll create a crazy story or something and have you all in the media, and then nobody want to fuck with you no more. And it's cancel culture that fuck your whole shit off. So now you're getting canceled, and you can't even make a move and feed your family that way, because of some bullshit lies that other people have told about you. So now let's talk about Yella Beezy. Yella Beezy. Where these niggas be coming up with these motherfucking names is beyond me, man. I have no idea. But it says here, Dallas rapper Yella Beezy was arrested in Texas Friday on weapon and sexual assault charges. The music artist is currently behind bars in Collin County, where he was booked on 3 charges. Yella Beezy has reportedly been charged with felony sexual assault, felony abandoned endangerment of a child, and a misdemeanor of unlawful carrying a weapon. The recent arrest is Yella Beezy's third in 2021. In February, he was arrested after police found 5 guns in his car. Yella Beezy was arrested again in August for drugs and weapons charges. The story regarding his recent arrest is still developing, so stay tuned for more information. Now, the crazy thing is, here's the thing. How many chances do you think you're going to get, my nigga? How many chances you think you're going to get? See, here's the thing. We're in a culture where, well, let me use myself as an example. I know that when I was a kid growing up and I got caught for some shit, I calmed the fuck down. Because as we would say in New York, yo, the shit is hot right now. The shit is hot. The block is hot. I'm hot right now. I can't, the eyes is watching. You hot, you hot. These motherfuckers is getting caught time after time after time after time, again and again and again. At what point do they realize, yo, I need to chill the fuck out before I'm in jail? See, these niggas, here's the thing. These motherfuckers thinking they be having super attorneys that could get them out of any fucking thing. They don't have the kind of money to pay for the attorneys like that. These rap artists is low-key broke. They don't have the bread to fight these big-ass cases. They don't have the bread to tie this shit up in a litigation for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years while they roaming around free like some of these other people out here with a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that kind of bread. So for them to go into every situation thinking that their lawyer is going to get them out of these things, we don't even know if the lawyers owe favors to some of the people that he's going against. You never know. Just like every rapper knows all the other rappers, I'm pretty sure the attorneys know other attorneys. I'm pretty sure, these prosecutors know all the other prosecutors, especially if they all in the same county, same district. They see these motherfuckers on a regular basis, and a lot of them, it's just strictly business with them. Some of them, it's probably personal. They probably go out and have coffee together, hang out together, do all kinds of shit together. So it's foolish for these characters to think that they can just, beat every fucking case. You're going to lose. You got to lose something. And these guys, and that's the thing, if you're going to gamble with something, why are you going to gamble with your life? That's the most important thing you have, your life. And you're going to gamble with that? That don't make no motherfucking sense to me. So now, new details are emerging in Yella Beezy's sexual assault case. According to TMZ, an unnamed woman is claiming that the rapper raped her on their first date. The woman claims that Yella Beezy first contacted her on Instagram. Instagram hoe, ladies and gentlemen. Stay the fuck out of these bitches' DMs. And the two went out on a date in April. After going out to eat, the woman claims that Yella Beezy invited her back to his house before they went out for bowling, as there was a 2-hour gap before their reservation. While at Yella Beezy's house, the woman says they played cards and talked. However, the woman says Yella Beezy made sexual advances after giving him a back massage. All right, check this out. First and foremost, if you're not feeling a nigga first off, you're not supposed to be at this nigga's house. See, there's a lot of red flags on this. Check this out. Yella Beezy's an idiot for first and foremost inviting a woman that he met off Instagram to where he actually lives. If you don't know this woman, my nigga, you do not bring her back to where you live. You take her to a fucking hotel or you take her somewhere else. There's plenty of places you can hang out besides your fucking house, because you bring a girl to your crib and you don't know her. Some of these women be lining niggas up and getting them robbed and killed. How many times have you heard that these artists or these men or these professionals or whatever, that they die and it's over a female and the female goes scot-free? You know what I mean? So first and foremost, the first red flag is, nigga, don't bring none of these bitches back to your crib. If you Mr. Popular, you an artist that people know, you're somebody who people can look at and say, hey, that's such and such. You're recognizable. You don't bring these bitches back to your house. Period. Until you vet them. Until you really get to know them. 6, 7 months, shit like that, 8 months. You get to know where they live at. You get to know their personal information. You get to know them so in case some shit goes down, you know how to contact them and their fucking family. So that's where you're wrong. She's wrong because she knows that he's a successful, or well, not successful, but a popular artist. So he probably only wants one fucking thing. So she shouldn't be following this nigga back to his house in the first place. And she shouldn't be giving him a back massage. It should be hands off. It should be hands up, don't shoot, baby. Hands up, don't shoot. You don't put your hands on this nigga because he's going to get aroused and he's going to want to let one thing move on to something else. You know what I'm saying? So, bunch of red flags going on. Then it says that she basically rejected Yella Beezy's advances, but she says after that he raped her. Now it says the woman claims she was able to leave Yella Beezy's home and went to the hospital the following day to report the rape. Police got involved after the woman's hospital visit, which led to the sexual assault charges. He was also charged with felony abandoned child endangerment and misdemeanor unlawful carrying of a weapon. It remains unknown what led to those charges. Now, here's the thing. They had a date to go bowling, right? So she came back to his crib. They went out to eat, came back to the crib. Then you had bowling 2 hours later, right? Did they go bowling after the situation happened? Did he allegedly do whatever they're trying to say that did he allegedly rape her and then take her to bowling afterwards? Or did he allegedly rape her and she just go home after she left his house? Because that also is a key factor. I don't know anybody who, if they were taken advantage of like that, if they got raped or whatever the case may be, would go out to bowling or go out to eat or hang out with a nigga right after that shit. First and foremost, I'm a little shocked that she didn't go directly to the hospital. She waited the following day. She should have went immediately. You know what I mean? And I don't care about the whole, she had to get her mind right. She got to get her head together. Look, if she understood that something happened to her that she did not want to happen to her, she should immediately have went to the law enforcement to take care of that shit. You don't let the time go by, because the longer you let the time go by, the more suspect the situation looks. And the more it looks like you're doing this shit for clout and for money and monetary gain and a civil lawsuit instead of an actual criminal situation. You know what I mean? So you shouldn't wait if some shit like that happens to you. You need to go immediately. While the evidence is still fresh, you go immediately and talk to the police and get that shit handled. And that's a motherfucking fact. So we don't know exactly what's going on, but there's red flags on both sides. I'm sure he's going to protest his innocence. We will see as the time goes on how that unfolds. Now, DaBaby, North Carolina's favorite artist besides J. Cole, DaBaby got into it with his baby mama, Danny Lay. I think that's how you say her name, Danny Lee. I think it's Danny Lay. Now, DaBaby got a baby by somebody else already. This is going to be a funny one. DaBaby got a baby got a baby got a baby got a baby got a. DaBaby has a child by somebody else as well. And what it looks like is, there's a lot of arguing going on, et cetera, et cetera. DaBaby ended up calling the police on Danny Lay, and he went live on his Instagram for the whole thing. And in the video, he's calling her his side bitch, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just a shit show. It's a shit show. Now here's what I have to say about the shit. He had a baby with Danny Lay. The baby's 3 months old. He's calling her basically his glorified side bitch, and she's basically saying, "Look, you're calling me your side bitch, but I'm your girl because, we've been seeing each other for 3 fucking years. You let me stay in your apartment. I have my own bathroom here. I have my own closet here. I'm around your family all the time. I've met your family. So she's basically saying that she's more than what he's saying. And then she's also saying, yeah, well, he's trying to fuck both of us, yada, yada, yada. Now, look, here's the thing. Because the baby's popular, he's going to have options. We know that. That levels the playing field between him and her. She has a career going, he has a career going. That levels the playing field. He has options, she has options. So it makes him more valuable, and because of that, she's going crazy. So what he's doing is, even though he's doing it in a crazy manner, he's going live and calling the police on her because she was spazzing, acting stupid to protect his legacy. So I understand it, because in these days, coming from somebody who went through some shit and had to file a restraining order on somebody who he was married to, these bitches ain't shit. They will drag you through the ground. They will take every fucking thing that you own. They will career suicide your whole shit. So what he's doing is he's trying to do preventative measures to stop all this shit from going the way it's going. So he's telling her, get out the house. She got arrested because he called the cops. She got 2 assault charges placed on her. You know, now I don't necessarily support the fact that he went live to put her on blast. He could have just filmed the shit because there was other witnesses there. So he could have filmed it for his own personal evidence for the police or whatever. But the fact that he was the first one to bring it to social media and to involve the world in this messiness is a little lame in my opinion. You know, like my thing is this. I don't want everybody to know all my personal shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep, like, when you're building a brand, you want your brand to be impeccable. You don't want nothing to damage the brand, because if the brand is damaged, the money is damaged. Now, the baby is just getting off of this whole situation to where he dissed the LGBTQ community, and they was on that nigga's ass, no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? They was on that nigga's ass, and he was getting dropped from all kind of festivals and shows and all kind of shit because of his comments. So when you finally make it past that, you know, you make it past that window where nobody's talking about that, and it seems like your popularity is slowly climbing back, you know, now you got to go through this shit, and you're putting your baby mama on this. Now, here's the thing. You chose it. And he said in his video, like, yo, you know, you make your bed, you got to lay in it, et cetera, et cetera. You got to deal with whatever comes with it, and that's a fact. But at the end of the day, my nigga, you calling her a crazy bitch and you saying that's a side, you chose her, my nigga. You chose her. Nobody told you, of all the women out there that you was fucking with, nobody told you to pick her. You got options. Pick a regular broad. Pick somebody who's not fucking crazy. You know, somebody who's not going to do the type of shit that she does. You know, and here's the thing. I'm a firm believer that all women are crazy. It's just like different degrees of craziness, where some are more crazy than others. Some are just batshit crazy, and you just want to leave their motherfucking ass alone. You don't even want to talk to them. Because you know if you talk to them, they going to say some shit that's going to set you off, and you're going to be ready to just do all kind of shit that's out of character. You know what I mean? So, rather than put yourself in that position, why even deal with her in the first place? After 3 years, you should know how she is. After 3 years, you should understand, okay, well, maybe this isn't really for me. Or let her know, like, yo, you know, I'm not looking for nothing serious. This is what it's going to be. Because it looks like, for the cameras, he's telling everybody, this is just my side bitch, you know, to portray that stereotype where behind closed doors, he's probably romancing the fuck out of her, like, yo, you my girl, you my everything, etc., to hold on to her. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if she ends up getting a child from him, she gonna make his fucking life miserable. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's not good to poke the bear, as they say, and to fuck around and do things, because when they say shit like, there ain't nothing like a woman scorned, that shit's for real. These bitches clean you out, my nigga. And not only do they clean you out, they stop you from seeing your own fucking children. So you'll end up going 16, 18, 20 years of your life barely having a relationship with your kids because of the bullshit that the mom was feeding them from the beginning. You gotta be careful in these situations, man. Especially when you involve the public. You know, public opinion is very powerful. Being guilty in public opinion, very powerful. They'll cut your shit short. They'll shut you down. Cancel culture, nigga. They will slow your shit down. They'll fuck your money up. They'll stop your bag, nigga. So, gotta be careful. That is today's show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching Today in Hip Hop or listening to Today in Hip Hop, episode number 34. Greatly appreciate y'all. And like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell a motherfucking friend. Tell a friend, nigga. That's the only way we're gonna make this the hottest shit. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not even monetized yet. I'm trying to get my shit monetized. I only got 900 motherfucking subs. Can we get that motherfucker to at least 1,000 subs so I can get monetized, ladies and gentlemen? Let me get at least 1,000 subs. Do that shit for your boy. All right, I love y'all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget NoahJonesNews.com and PrivateRoadClothing.com. Peace.